Well, a few months ago, we had a customer come into the lot here that turned out to be exactly what we expected. Um, you're going to get those people that come into your car lot that you just know that if you do sell them a car, it's not going to be a easy sale. Sometimes you just really want to say, I don't think, and I have, quite honestly, I don't think we're right for business for each other. And that was one of those cases, or this was one of these cases where, you really hoped that that customer went somewhere else and bought a car, but you always go on the hopes that your intuitions are wrong. So this began with a 2008 Murano, Nissan Murano. A lady come in, and she was a young lady, very attractive young lady, but with a severe attitude. I mean, she just really had a stinky air about her. Um, she came in, she's full of questions about the car, which of course, but there's a way to ask questions, and she was, just very arrogant and very, well, I want my mechanic to check it out. And so, yes, she did look at the car. Evidently, the car met her approval. We didn't say too much to her about the car. I don't think anybody was really excited about doing business with this lady. But at any rate, she came back and brought the mechanic and looked at the car. And the mechanic gave the car a thumbs up. And she did purchase the car from us. Well, it wasn't really, but maybe a couple of days, she comes back and demanding, not requesting, not anything, but demanding a complete refund on the car. And we had sold her, according to her, a lemon. Well, number one, as I earlier stated, nobody really sold this woman anything. She wasn't going to be sold a car. She did her own due diligence. She brought her mechanic. Her mechanic thumbs up the car, and then all hell breaks loose. She comes back in demanding a total refund on the car. And of course, we explained to her the as-is policy and things of that nature. Then she brings a boyfriend in who evidently going to open up a can of whoop ass on us. That didn't work. And then she files a complaint with the state board, and the state addressed this with us, and that's the reason for this video. We got the letter, and it's very important that you respond to your letters. And we simply put in that the lady, of course, we had all of our as-is documents signed. We made a statement that she did bring an independent mechanic in, and he gave a thumbs up on the car. It was later on that she said the transmission was going out on the car, as she had been told this by yet another mechanic about the car. And so transmission had not gone out, but she was absolutely convinced that the second mechanic had more knowledge than the first mechanic that she had, and his comment that the transmission would be going out on this car was justification for her to retract everything. So, like I said, this lady did. She, we have a thing, and I strongly recommend when you have a business, customer satisfaction is very important, but sticking to the rules, how you handle your customers are very important. This lady from the get-go, I mean from the minute she walked in the car lot, was trouble. Nobody, I mean, she She was a black lady using the racist card, using the female card, using I mean, she tried bullying us from the minute she got here on this lot. Well, like most of you, that does not work. Bullying is never a tactic that is going to succeed. We just really ignored everything that this lady requested, anything that she, and I use the word requested very loosely because it was always demands from her. We had her removed from the lot on several occasions legally, and she was just one of these ladies that would go flaying arms, yelling and going crazy, and go out and get her men to come back. I mean, her dad was here, her boyfriend was here, and I'm not really sure how people expect to get any sort of cooperation from anybody when they're out there conducting themselves in such a manner. Anyway, the state did dismiss her complaints. Of course, like I said, we had all of our documentation in order. We stated our case. And I'm sure the lady probably even gave the state quite a bit of a runaround, because she was the type that she was not going to take no for an answer. And so when you're out there with these people, you're just going to really have to ignore them, especially, there's so many people that we do help when they come in here, and we're people, we have feelings. We don't just turn our back on it. It's a used car. As you well know, things can go wrong with it. We're not fortune tellers. We don't hide anything about a car. It's on the contrary. We say things about cars that normally people would not discover. We don't want to deal with them later, and you shouldn't either. I mean, call a car like it is. Don't go out here repping a car to be anything other than as is. We never do that. A lot of times when somebody comes in here transmission goes out, a lot of times we split the cost with them just to keep from having to warranty and imply a warranty. We're very particular about implying warranties. And so a lot of times if a customer comes in here, and it happens rarely where they have a major problem, but yes, we've been known to step up and say, okay, well, out of goodwill, we will pay 50% of the cost of it, providing our mechanic does it. And so that's our resolution when we want to keep a customer happy. And we understand that a lot of times they bought a car that was just the maximum budget for them, but still it was a used car. And nobody could have predicted the outcome of that car, and so we've stepped up there and done it. But I do want to assure you that the first customer, when customers walk in here and they want to open up a can of whoop ass on us, it's not going to work. We're kind people that want to help when we can, but whoop ass is something that we just will not tolerate. We don't eat it. We don't dish it out. There's no place in this dealership for the whoop ass tactic. With that being said, I wanted to report the good news about the state finding us not at fault, which we were never concerned about them finding us at fault. But just always respond to your complaints that you get in an honest form. Always have your documentation to back that up, and you'll be fine. With that being said, please like and share this channel. Have a great day.